the camera's where it is. And so if all of a sudden we go plunk, I apologize now. I wanted to hop on and introduce to you today the setting for A Change of Tide. Do I have a copy? Somewhere. I have a copy of it somewhere. I'll put a picture of it right here. And if I'm not pointing to anything, it's because I couldn't figure out how to put a picture right here. So the setting is, if you are familiar, which you're probably not, because you're probably not an 80-year-old woman like I am in my heart. But if you're familiar with Murder, She Wrote, featuring Dame Angela Lansbury, it takes place in a fictional place called Cabot Cove, Maine. But they talk about Portland, Maine, which is a real place. And they reference, going to New York City, which is a real place, right? So that's kind of how my little town of Otter Sands, California works. Otter Sands, California is not a real place. It is a mental place in my head. But I try to reference actual real places. It does exist in our world. So, Otter Sands, California, it's a small little coastal town. I should have thought about this before I started filming, but I didn't. So you're just gonna get what you're gonna get. And you're gonna say, Danica, you're bananas, and that's okay too. Okay. I have a map of what Otter Sands, California looks like. Would you like this? Like, you know how they have like Hogwarts? They have Hogwarts maps. They have Lord of the Rings maps. Should I have some fancy person who actually knows what they're doing turn this into a proper map? Anyway, but this is Otter Sands, California. And so this is the edge of California, or this is the ocean over here. And then this is the land. So when I talk about the cove, it's right there. Near Main Street. So I'm a visual learner, so I needed to have something I could visually reference in order to be where exactly is this taking place? So I could talk about how many turns and how many stop signs and that kind of thing. And I tried to do a pretty good job. That's one of the things I need to double check and reference in book 2. Which I finished formatting it. It's still the draft. It's going to go out to beta readers this week, hopefully. But I got my draft up and loaded onto Kindle or onto KDP to get my proof copy before I leave for my trip. I leave for my trip on Tuesday. It's supposed to get here this Saturday. Today is Tuesday. I'm actually filming this the day that you'll get it. Usually I'm pretty good about getting these out, getting them filmed and scheduled. And so I don't have to worry about it. That did not happen this time. So we're doing it today. But Otter Sands, California, it is a little surf town. Like you can see, it's really, really small. This is the Shoreline Highway. So that's a real road. All of these are pretend, but this one here is a real road. Shoreline Highway. So if you're from Northern California, I know where that is. But the idea is that it's supposed to be just kind of this teeny tiny little this little surf town right on the shore, right on the ocean. And it's pretty cute, quaint. There's Main Street with all kinds of cute shops. There's a high school. There's the middle school is right across the street from the high school. I don't know where the elementary school is because nobody's in elementary school, so I didn't think about it. It is close enough because Wyatt says at one point that he's got to go pick up his siblings from school. Or maybe it's daycare. I don't remember. I can't remember how old his siblings are. This is why we write things down. But I thought I would just show you now a few pictures of kind of what I have in my brain when I think of Otter Sands, California. I haven't decided if you're going to see my face for this part or if you're going to just hear my voice talking as you see different pictures of what Otter Sands, California is going to look like. But either way, or maybe I'll just show you now, right now. There we go. We're showing them right now. But that's it for today. It's a pretty short one. I just want to introduce you, give you some kind of concepts, give you some kind of visuals of where Otter Sands is. And also, one final thing is this does not take place in 2024. I don't want to worry about COVID and all that stuff. So this takes place, the beginning of the book is 2008, December 5th, 2008, and the end of the book, January 5th, 2009. And we will follow this time frame. So I tried to also reference things from that particular time period because it was a really fun time. That's when I was in high school. It's when I graduated. So the girls are technically a year younger than I am, which is kind of fun. But yeah,